Hello, this is Monique McDonald. And if you're looking for more one-on-one help with your voice and how to make it magnetic, I want to invite you to check out my coaching packages at themagneticvoice.com. Then click Transform with Monique and book a complimentary connection call. Let's see if we can find a package for you that will fit all of your needs. I'm so grateful for your listening to the Magnetic Voice podcast, and I can't wait to meet you and continue the conversation. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to the Magnetic Voice, here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, a show where speakers and singers learn how to be more magnetic and align their voices to the divine within. Today, episode 63, A New Identity. And now your host, Monique McDonald.
Hello and welcome to the Magnetic Voice podcast. My name is Monique McDonald and I'm here with the lovely Shannon Kropf. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Monique. Hi, everybody out there in the world.
Yes.
I hope you're having a great day.
I hope you're having a great day. I am so excited to be here with you, Shannon, and Dave, our delicious producer.
Yes.
Yay, Dave.
He's awesome.
And all of you out there, this is a landmark day for me because it is April and I have a lot of people that I love whose birthdays are the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of April. And so I just want to say, hey to all of you who it may be your birthday this weekend. You live in my heart and I'm so grateful for you. And if it's not your birthday this weekend, I want to invite you to imagine that it is.
Ooh.
And that you get to birth today a new identity.
Ooh.
And if it was your birthday and you were able to create for yourself a new identity, what would it be? What would it be? What would you keep? And what would you lovingly release? And what new aspects or characteristics would you bring out and highlight in your new identity? There is so much political and social division out there.
Turmoil. Yeah.
Turmoil. And to remain true and authentic to ourselves is a lot of work these days.
It's true.
And, you know, I'm a firm believer that whatever is going on outside of me is a reflection of what's going on inside of me, which is a terrifying thought.
Then you need to get some stuff cleaned up, girlie.
Right?
Because what's going on out there ain't great. Just kidding.
No,
Just
it's
kidding.
true. And I think that from what I can tell, it feels like the old way is throwing up and kicking up the last vestiges of life before it passes on.
Yeah.
And a new way of being in this world is being born. And as I'm watching the buds budding on the trees and remembering that just last month, everything seemed to be dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Hiding under the earth.
And
what appears to be winter, which is stark and cold and scary sometimes.
Yeah.
Short days, not so much light. And now things are starting to pop up, at least here in New York. I know it's different down there in Florida.
Well, it's kind of evergreen down here, but yes.
Yeah. And I feel like we're being called into this moment by that divine power that unites us all. And it's time to really claim the light again, which is challenging. I know that a lot of my clients are just, that habits were formed during the time of the pandemic where, the connection wasn't as easy and we had to figure things out and we felt very isolated. Now things are opening up and we're still sort of trying to release that old way of being. And now, when you look on the world stage, things are crazy, yo.
Oh my God. Right.
And there's an air of a theme of, well, the world's going to hell anyway. Doesn't really matter what I do.
Right.
That I'm noticing. Or the world's going to hell. Let me do whatever I'm doing as fast as possible so I can get in before the world ends.
Right.
So as we're talking about this new identity, I feel like we are actually living in the most interesting time of human history, where, and a lot of people are rejecting it. I know that my business mentor has been spending a lot of time training us on how to use AI.
Yeah.
And a lot of us have a lot of resistance to that.
Sure.
Because, we've all seen the movies, right? Where the robots take over the world.
Right. Yes.
And yet, in order to stay relevant, in order to be able to move as fast as the world is moving right now, to be able to stay relevant to our children who are eating this up.
Right.
It's part of our new identity. We have to sort of catch up and find our own way of being with this, because it's here to stay. Yep. It's happening.
It's not going anywhere.
Whether we want it to happen or not, it is happening. And it's going to start happening a lot faster. Things are going to start showing up. And the one thing that we have that I want to invite us to embrace as we are looking for our new identity in this new world is the art of being human. Conversation, connection. Here we are using technology in order to put our voice out into the world, Shannon.
Right.
In order to help educate and inspire other voices to stand up and speak their truth, right? I am on a mission to empower 10,000 voices because the power of the human voice is something that we have to reclaim as we are reclaiming our identity.
Right.
Because most of us are used to the computer's voice, Siri's voice.
Right.
And we have to use these tools, right, in order to be heard.
Right.
But I also want to encourage us to remember to be in the same room. as much
Right.
as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting time. I think the most hopeful assessment of all that is happening right now, and one that I find that people are pretty divided on, is the idea that this is all going to make our lives much better. And what I mean is, like Dave and I today stumbled on this idea for how to use ChatGPT, AI, to take this monumental task and make it faster, like exponentially faster. And that's going to free us up to do exactly what you're saying. We have more time to be in the room with people, to give ourselves, our humanity away in a good way, you know. So instead of I'm having this thought, I guess, for the first time. Is it possible that the AI in the box that we are all beholden to is actually going to set us free from the box?
Ooh.
Whoa, that's
That's a
huge.
thought.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like, hey, there is work that I can ask this thing to do for me. Now, I'm not talking about let me cheat and generate, my entire blog for 2 years from chat. That's not what I'm talking about. It needs my human input to make something for humans at this point. And, 5 years from now, who knows? But it's assisting us to get our message out. So it's supporting our voice, not obliterating it.
And I absolutely agree. As I'm working with it, I because I think I have a healthy awe of its power.
Right.
I am constantly in conversation with myself on how to put my humanity into whatever it generates.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that the art of being human doesn't get lost.
Right.
I think that since the age of technology, it has been our work to be in the presence of such transcendent quantum leaps of technology and information, and actually bringing the world to us so that there's more. We're having this moment right now where y'all are in
Right.
Florida and I'm in New York, and we're sharing this moment. And that is a beautiful thing that gets to happen with technology. But it is also more of a struggle to find the ways to turn it off and be human.
Absolutely.
And I think that for me, part of bringing in the piece that you just brought, what if this is here to free us up to be more human so that we can have more human contact? That as long as we remember our true and new identity that is being born in this new time, there is unity that allows us to be united with our brothers and sisters all over the world.
Right.
But there is also the unity of the divine within. And those moments to plug in to the technology that is the divine within. And I think we're going to be okay as long as we remember to put in those moments of connecting within.
Right.
And remembering that, wow, this computer can do, this AI can think 5 times faster than I can. But I am the divine.
Right. there's an intangible, even once AI becomes sentient, which I'm sure is going to happen. There's still something I don't even know how to describe it. The spirit is other. It's transcendent. It's I don't have words. It's magical. It's unexplainable. It's mysterious. It's all encompassing. It's pervasive. It's, I can go on, but the idea is that there's something about the spirit, the humanity, the divine within that is difficult to reproduce. And my take has always been with this stuff that the divine within is our identity, and it is what separates us from, I don't know exactly what the end of that sentence is. I'm like, I love my animals. I can't say so, I feel like my kitty cat has a little soul. So it's not like I don't think my cat is divine. So I don't know what I'm separating us from, except maybe technology. It's a tool that we use to further the divine within.
Yes. And I think as we're discussing this new identity and our birthday, the day of our birth, the day when we become aware to the world and all that it has for us, we also carry within the divine master connection.
Right.
And that although the world right now looks like it's doing everything it can to separate us, including AI, that's one of the biggest fears, is that it's going to take over and we're not going to be us anymore.
Right.
And causing this separation. And that when we are truly connected to the divine and sweet spirit that beats our heart and breathes us and is what connects us to the art of being human in all that that means, we will see that we are all part of each other.
Right.
And any separation that shows up is a moment to remind ourselves who we are and whose we are.
Yeah.
And to remember that our divine voice is what brings us into the world. One of the first things we do is,
That's right. Agenda item number 1, whale. Okay, check.
Check. Well, I am so grateful for your voice, Shannon, and for our partnership here.
Absolutely.
And I am super excited because I am launching my first mastermind to empower other magnetic voices and people with a big message. And that's starting May 1st.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the Voice of Power Mastermind.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So I bless you and your voice. And I bless everyone who's listening and their voice. And happy birthday.
Happy birthing day.
Happy birthing day. Yes, happy birthing day to your new identity as a child of the divine, with all the power, beauty, and bliss that brings. All right. I invite you to take a deep, centering breath. We're going to go ahead and go on into that sacred space within us. That place within us where our new identity is emerging. That sacred space that unites us all because we all have this divine, sacred, powerful place within where we meet our Creator, where we get to co-create our lives and who we want to become, who we are becoming here and now. And if you are within the sound of my voice, we are all one. We are united as we choose to engage in the art of being human. As we engage in the art of being human and knowing that part of our humanity is access to the divine, we unlock the power that unites us all. Wherever you are today, as you breathe, as you consciously connect to that exquisite, sweet spirit of divinity that beats your heart, that breathes you, that supports you no matter what. We know together that just as the flowers are blooming, just as the trees are budding now, even though it appeared that they had gone, that they died, we are together today, standing up and standing for our new identity as creatures of light and love and divine unity. We are claiming our world to unfold as we envision it. We are claiming our divine right to see the world as we wish it to be, as we know it can be, even in the presence of what appears to be darkness. Thank you for your voice and your vision. Thank you for being willing to stand in your divinity as well as your humanity. Happy birthing day. Welcome to the new you. Welcome to us. And as we breathe and know the gratitude for who we are and whose we are, we share our light and embrace the entire world with this light. One to one, one to many, one. And so it is. Amen.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Magnetic Voice here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. This channel is made possible because of listeners just like you. If you would like to support the channel with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head over to experienceofthesoul.com/support. The Magnetic Voice is copyright 2022 Monique McDonald, all rights reserved. Our theme music is composed by Dave Kropf and used with permission. The Experience of the Soul podcast channel is a production of 818 Studios.
Hey friends, Sean here, your Experience of the Soul producer. I want to take a moment to tell you about something truly exciting. The Soulworks online community, created by your host, Cynthia Alice Anderson, and available on the Mighty Networks app. If you're looking for a place where you can explore your spiritual path, connect with others, and grow in a meaningful way, then this is for you. Soulworks is so much more than an online community. It's a safe, inclusive space for spiritual exploration, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Inside the community, you'll find everything from uplifting spiritual studies to soul-centered growth practices, meditations, affirmations, and so much more. It's a space where you'll always be supported and never judged. The best part, membership is free. You'll have access to powerful resources, inspiring content, and a supportive group of like-minded people who are all on their own unique spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there are premium options available to enhance your experience with a live Monday night talk series and extended, deeper meditations. If you're seeking a place to connect, grow, and nurture your soul, we would love to have you join us in the Soulworks community and see where this journey can take you. Visit my.soulworkscommunity.com today.